Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode. And if you're watching this on the day it was published, it's my birthday. Woohoo! Yay. You can guess my age in the comments down below. You don't win anything, but, I'll let you know if you're right. Anyway, so, yeah, it's Saturday, May 22nd. It's my birthday. Another trip around the sun. Successfully completed, and I got some stuff to show you as usual. Also, if you're watching this, there should, and I will post this to my YouTube channel, I did an interview with Calm and Collected, another YouTuber, did a Zoom interview with him, and I believe, by the time you're watching this, that should be published. If it is, I will put a link to that in the description of this video. I also will post it to my to the community page on my YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. That was super fun to do, and I got to preview it, and it turned out really cool. So yeah, thanks again. All right, so anyway, let's get into the items added to the collection this week-ish. And I say this week-ish because I've held a small pile of items kind of back from showing, and I don't remember honestly when I got these, but these came from a Facebook seller. We got an oddball Dodge Viper. You guys know, or may not know, if you watch the channel you know. I collect this oddball Dodge Viper RT10 casting, so I had to get this one, this exclusive one with this weird truck thing. We're gonna open that up in the second half of the video, and then I've also got this old Motor World Camaro. So these items I picked up from a Facebook seller, like I said a while back. A Matchbox Firebird, older one. And then we got some older Hot Wheels, the Toyota MR2, Olds 442W30, and a Jaguar XJ220. So we'll open up all that in the second half of the video. So there's some older stuff for you that we'll show. I did find a few things in store, and we're going to look at those. Two brand new, I think they're brand new, Matchbox 5-packs. We've got the Matchbox City Drivers. Pretty cool 5-pack. The star of the show is the Alfa Romeo up on top there, of course. Very, very cool to see that. And what else do we got? An Infiniti, a Chevy truck, Honda Civic, and a fantasy casting, or an unlicensed casting, the Matchbox Cliffhanger. Kind of a cool little Jeep thing. That was a pretty solid 5-pack. Definitely picked it up for the Alpha, but we'll check out all the cars in this 5-pack in the next segment. And then we've got, this one is really cool, Matchbox Wagons. So this is a really stellar 5-pack. You got an Audi, a Ford, a Cadillac, a Chevy, and an Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser in this one. So we'll open these two 5-packs up and take a look at each one. Undoubtedly, the Audi is probably the coolest one in this pack. It just looks really nice there up on top. So very cool to find those. I found those actually today. And then, also, the meet is today. I'm filming this actually on Friday, full disclosure. It's actually the 21st. It's not my birthday. My birthday is technically, well, at midnight tonight, whatever. Anyway, but you're watching it on Saturday, so it is my birthday. We're time traveling, all that good stuff. But it's actually the meet. The local meet is today if you're watching this. And so I should have some really cool stuff to show you next week. Anyway, had to mention that. So yeah, I'm spending the first little section of my birthday at the Diecast meet. Should be fun. Why not? Spend your birthday doing something you like to do. So yeah, that's cool. All right, next, other stuff I found at the store were some Auto World duplicates. Found these hanging on the pegs. Was surprised to see that these two were left behind out of the 6 cars. I think the Camaro was there too, but I didn't pick up the Camaro. But I did pick up these two. And yeah, I mean, we're not going to look at them in the second segment. I already have them. I already have them loose. I already have them in my display case, all that stuff. But I hoard some of these castings and couldn't leave these behind after finding them on the pegs. So that's cool. What I was surprised to see is at a Walgreens, I found 2 cars from the Deutschland design, which is the latest car culture release. This is really cool. So the Red Pig and this BMW M3. Didn't find the T1, the Porsche 959, or the Audi S4 Quattro, but I can't wait. We're going to open it up. You can open these up because I really want to check out this one loose. This is, I would say, definitely the highlight of the series. Maybe the Audi S4 too is really cool. Actually, this whole lineup is maybe one of the stronger car culture series. Well, Fast Wagons was really cool. This is actually really fantastic too. Everything up my alley. You know I swore off the Volkswagen buses, but this T1 panel's one of the better versions of it that have ever come out. So I am excited to actually complete the set, and I probably will at the local meet, when I go there. I'll probably just buy a full set if my buddy's SC Diecast has any left. So there's that. And then mail. eBay, we got some Era car. Volkswagen Santana, Japan version. I don't know what the U.S. version was. Look, I don't know if this car ever came out in the U.S. I have no clue. But I had to pick up one of these. And then I also picked up this Nissan GTR 50th anniversary edition in super silver. So I picked this one up as well. These are limited to only 1,200 pieces, so pretty limited. The whole reason why I picked up these new Era cars is because a while back, John Lamley sent me a bunch of Era car, and I was supposed to do a feature article on Lamley Group with my impressions of the brand and all that stuff. And, I kind of slacked off on that. Well, he kind of slacked off on sending them to me to begin with. It took a little while. But anyway, no. Then I haven't written anything. I haven't written anything for Lamley in a while, mostly because of limited time, all that stuff. It's just been tough to really put some time into it. And but I was supposed to write something on these Era car brand, and I figured now the ones I have are kind of old, or older releases. These are more later, releases, and I thought it would be appropriate to get some newer ones to mix in with these old ones to do an article on them. Does that make sense? So hopefully I'll get to writing again. So let's hope. But we are going to open these and check them out in the next segment of the video. So I'm excited for that. And then speaking of Lamley, we've got the other piece of mail, and the last item added to the collection this week is this Global 64 Tarmac Works / Lamley Group collab / Lean Customs collab. Very, very cool. Had to pick one of these up. Just awesome. I love the Global 64 line is definitely, and I have to agree with John on this one. My favorite Tarmac Works stuff tends to be in this Global 64 line. Just the way they're built, you can roll them and stuff like that. We'll check out this casting. I'm stoked to check out this casting. The last Global 64 casting we checked out was the Mustang, and it was absolutely stellar. It was a really good casting. So I am kind of excited to check out this one. And very tastefully done, just plain, it's pearl white, black wheels. There is a Lamley logo on the back window, but it's nice and subtle, so it doesn't really take away from the just being kind of a normal, car. So I dig that. Had to support my buddy John in this project. John Lamley, say what you will about him. I know he draws a lot of hate because he gets a lot of stuff for free and all that, and we don't need to talk about that, but he is a really nice guy, and I think so anyway. He's always been really, really super cool to me. So anyway, I'm glad to have this. I'm glad to add this kind of keepsake to my collection. We are going to open it, though, and take a look at it and all that. The Lean Customs pin, I've actually had a couple of people wanting to trade or something for this pin, so this is very desirable. Lean Customs is, pretty cool. I am not going to start another collection. So I know I got a friend, my buddy Suresh, that wants this thing. So we'll probably work out something for that. I'll probably just end up hooking him up with it because, he's helped me out a lot in the years. And if this is something he really wants, I think it should probably go to him, because I'm just not going to start another collection, a pin collection. I just can't. 164 scale cars is enough, right? For me. Anyway, you guys want to collect those pins? They're cool. They're small. you know, easy to collect. And they are really cool looking, you know. So I don't blame you for any of that. All right. Let's flip the camera around and take a look at some stuff up close. All right, guys, let's start by taking a look at this Tarmac Works / Lamley / Lean Customs / Pretty Cool diecast model here. Here's the pin up close. I'm not going to pull this out of the package because I don't know. I'm not sure what my buddy will do with it if he keeps them in the package, what he does. So we're just going to leave it in there. Looks pretty cool. Looks cool. Surplus Goodies has also been putting out some pins as well. So the pin collecting is growing. And it is kind of neat. I'm going to try not to get sucked into it. That's the goal. So we'll see how that works out. But maybe I'll regret giving this up in the future. But you just can't have everything. So there you go. All right. There's that. What I'm really interested in here is the model itself. And here it is. Here's a quick look around the card. I do dig this Tarmac Works packaging for the Global 64 line. Pretty awesome way to package the cars. We do have it's licensed by Daimler. So it's a licensed model, of course. It's Tarmac Works. And yeah, let's peek at it. This Lamley exclusive. So these this packaging is really neat. It does just snap open, I believe. Yeah, well, it is taped. That's right. So it is somewhat sealed there. It's probably taped on both sides. Yep. So I'm just cutting that little sticker or whatever. It easy. Oh, it's taped 2 times on both sides. There's one right here too. Cut that. And we'll cut that. There we go. Now it should open. There we go. Cardboard. And the model itself. And then a box where you could likely store the model, which is cool. You guys know I'm a fan of storing models in boxes. Does this fit in here? No. That is not fitting in here, so I won't bother even opening that for now. But let's take a look at the casting itself. So I'm pretty sure this is a brand new casting from Tarmac Works that just recently came out. And the Lamley one might actually have been the first real release of it. You guys will definitely correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure. But different from the regular Tarmac Works stuff, the Hobby 64 and all that stuff, is this thing rolls. Quite good. They're metal on metal, so metal base, metal body. They're kind of more built closer to like a mini GT than they are anything else. And just really cool model. So the mirrors are rubberized and stuff like that. It's something you can roll around a desk and all that. They're just a different philosophy for how they're built compared to the other Tarmac Works stuff. And I like them quite a bit. And like I said, the castings, the toolings have been really kind of cool. The Mustang was just really impressive. I was surprised how much I really liked that one. And this one is no joke either. I mean, it's really nice. You got inserted details for the headlights, inserted details for the taillights, plastic spoiler on the back here. All the detail you would expect from a detailed model. And, you know, I like it. I think it's nice. I'm not a huge Mercedes guy, you know, by any means. Never been a huge fan of Mercedes. But it's a nice little classy model. And there you go. So there's a Lamley logo on the back there. And yeah, I'm happy with it. So this will join my Global 64 collection. I don't have too many of them. I don't think they have really released that many castings. I know they're going to be coming out with some more. I think there's a Koenigsegg, I think, and a Jera. There's that Mustang. I think in the past they've come up with like a Lambo, an Audi. And I'm trying to think of what else they have coming. But yeah, really cool. All right, so I like this line of Tarmac Works. And like I said, I have to agree. They're kind of the coolest ones. These Global 64. I just tend to like these better than the other models. They're less fragile. They're just, I don't know. They're built better, I think, for 1/64 scale. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you pick this up when it was pre-ordered? Are you going to pick it up? I think Surplus Goodies has them for sale, so you can get them from him if you so choose to pick some up. I don't know how limited they are. I don't think it says on here how limited they are. So I'm really not sure how many were made, anything like that. And I'm not sure even John knows exactly how many were made. Maybe he does. But, yeah. What does it matter? I mean, it's a cool model. Doesn't matter how limited it is. Maybe it does to you. Doesn't so much to me, necessarily. I mean, it's kind of cool to get an exclusive model. But, I mean, eventually I think these will be desirable. You know, and Lamley is very important, I think, to the diecast community, no matter how you slice it. You know, and influential as well. So, and I'm flattered, to be frank, to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form, to be invited to contribute to the blog. So, you know, it's a cool experience. It's fun, and it gives me a little bit more exposure as well. So that's always fun. All right. So anyway, really cool model. Digging it. Adding it to the collection. All right, next is, we'll take a peek at some Aerocar real quick. We're going to do this Volkswagen Santana Japan version, scale 164, Aerocar 15. I thought this was an interesting, you know, model to do in 164 scale. I honestly didn't even know this car existed. Maybe that's silly. I don't know. Maybe it was never released in the U.S. I don't know. Somebody will, of course, let me know in the comments. So we got a little door issue right here, as you can see. A little crooked. And a little crooked on this side as well. That's a bit of a disappointment. Normally, the Aerocar stuff, they do a really good job with their opening features. Maybe we can push that back into place. Maybe it's just kind of falling loose. Yeah. Yeah. Push it back into place quite easily. So the Aerocar stuff, this one still looks a little goofy. The Aerocar stuff typically is going to have plastic base, and this one does. Metal body, and typically some opening features. It's got a hood opening that just shuts. Almost like it's on like a spring-loaded thing. Shuts. And then you got doors, of course, that open, as we've seen there. Kind of classic kind of construction for those. Fairly detailed interior, fairly detailed all around. You do have inserted taillights here, inserted headlights up there. Good looking wheels on this model. Fairly detailed base, screw together construction, and yeah, these doors do shut okay. Once they're shut good, they stay there. So that's nice. And they roll. Kind of an oddball brand, really, and I'll probably dig into that more, of course, when I hopefully eventually do end up writing a little article on them. But I think they're interesting. All right, so let's take a look at a GTR. So the GTR, you know, a lot of brands have done the GTR, detailed brands, you know, basic brands like Hot Wheels, and of course, you know, there's been Tomica Limited Vintage ones, there's been Kyosho ones, you know, Mini GT, you know, basically I don't think they've ever done a stock version like this, but yeah, everybody's kind of done something. So let's take a look at Aerocar's take on it. I didn't grab out any other of these GTRs from any other brands to compare. That may be something I can do in the article. I don't know. But there's a lot of brands that have done the GTR. By far the most detailed one I've seen is, you know, of course, the Tomica Limited Vintage model, which I have one version of it. TLV. And it's a cool car. I don't think it's the most attractive car ever, in my opinion. And I mostly collect for the art of collecting than I do for like performance and stuff like that. To own a GTR would be absolutely fun and fantastic. But so here it's available in 3 different colors. It looks like the blue, the white, and of course this super silver. And I think it's come out in quite a few other colors and stuff the GTR has from Aerocar. But this is the one I ended up grabbing. Again, limited to 1,200 pieces, so fairly limited. Special edition air car. It's not numbered, so it doesn't have a number like the other one was a 15. This one does not have anything like that. Let's check out the tooling itself. Again, like you would expect, it rolls quite well. It looks like we may have some opening doors. It looks like we're going to have an opening hood, and we'll check that out in just a second. Plastic base again, screwed together construction. And inserted details for taillights, inserted details for the headlights. Very detailed, very nice. Wheels look good. Stance looks okay. There's a bit of a gap up there between the front wheel and the fender that looks a little goofy, but not terrible. You know, even green light's done this car. Let's see if we can open the hood. Does that open or not? It does. Okay, there you go. Details in there look pretty good. Hood gap's not too bad. Door, can we get it? Does it open? I think they do, but I don't want to break a mirror trying to do it. Oh, there we go. Easy to stick a fingernail underneath the door and pull it open. Yep, they were just sticking with one opening for now. And door opens. And you can see inside there to the steering wheel. Seat, pretty detailed interior. Opens with the window attached, which is kind of a cool feature. So they didn't just leave the windows open like they do sometimes on doors. For example, like they did on this one here. So very, very cool. Check that out. Yeah, I like this model. I think it's a really nice one. I would consider maybe getting one more in a different color. Who knows? Although I have a lot of GTRs in the collection. I really should do a video comparing all the brands' GTRs. I think that would be kind of a fun video to take a look. Another thing we may want to look at is, okay, so this fits in here. Does this fit in this box? Yeah, you could probably squeeze it in there. I don't think it's meant to go in there. Unlike this one, which we know this one fits in the box because it came out of the box. I think we could probably fit that in there, but I don't know if we would want to because it would probably make that mirror rub on the side of the box, and then eventually it'd probably break off. So maybe not a good storage solution for that one. And oh, actually, in true Mini GT style, there you go. That's how you put it in the box. We don't need to keep that because it came with that. Love this style packaging. Absolutely fantastic. All right. So that's that. Let's look at... Just open up this guy. Yeah, this thing's cool. Brand new casting from Hot Wheels. Card art on these things is kind of neat. Overall, like I said, solid set. This is Deutschland design. Of course, I'll talk more about this set if I eventually do a video on the whole set. I did a video on the Wagons set. I don't know if I'm going to publish it or not. It didn't turn out all that well. I might just scrap it. We'll see. Yeah, you got yourself a winner right there for a Hot Wheels. This one, I'm telling you down the road, is going to be real sought after. It's going to be desirable. I just guarantee it. It will. Trust me. Trust me, it will. Is it hoard worthy? I don't know. Maybe. But just think vintage racing stuff. Anything vintage racing. You know, the racing livery. I just have a soft spot for it. Just so much style to it. You know, in comparison to the way that new, like, race cars look. These just have so much character and so much style. The color on this is really nice. The paint's really nice. The graphics are really nice. There's really nothing to complain about when it comes to this model. Might as well check out the Beamer real quick. Or the Bimmer, or whatever. Someone's going to school me on motorcycles and cars here for a minute. I'm not a huge fan of B&W. Some of the cars are cool. I would, if I had a bunch of money or whatever, and I was going to buy a really expensive car, I don't think I'd ever get a BMW. I would never get a BMW. As Scotty Kilmer would say, they're endless money pits. I'm just kidding. They got some style. I'll give them that. There's just a certain amount of pretentiousness that comes along with BMW ownership. Maybe. I don't know. But hey, I drive a Pontiac Vibe, so who am I to judge? All right, so this thing's pretty cool. Pretty basic. Metal, very sparkly, actually. Not quite metal flake. I mean, that is sparkly. And then you got, of course, the all-around detail that we get with car culture these days, and just looks pretty darn good, I would say. Not bad at all. All right, let's follow that up with some Matchbox. 5 packs. This is the Matchbox City Drivers. Open it up. Maybe. Man, how do people open these up and then swap the cars out and return them to the store? They're not that easy to open. Those crazy people do that. All right, so here is your fantasy casting. I'll probably just give this to my kids to play with. It's a cool one, don't get me wrong. It's nice. I just don't really need it in my collection, so we'll give it to the kids to play with. And then you get this one here, the Civic. Pretty decent looking casting. Not bad. Decent job on this one. Again, am I terribly excited about this particular casting? Not so much, but, some people might really dig it, you Honda folks. And then Chevy. This is kind of cool. I don't know if I have a version of this casting at all. A lifted one, anyway. Or really any version of it. Is this new? It can't be new. I mean, can it be? No. 1998. Way not new. I don't have one, though. Pretty sure I don't have one. Got a big old lifted truck. Would look cool with some different wheels on it. Got your Skyjacker. Licensing. Kind of neat. And then it's kind of a weird 5-pack. And then you get this one here, the Infinity. That's kind of cool. I don't think many people have made Infinities in 164, so hats off on that one. It's red. You got your headlights and your taillights, which look good. The wheels look good. This is a nice solid model. And then, of course, I would consider the favorite in the set, and the reason why I picked up this 5-pack is the Alfa Romeo in silver, and it looks really good in silver. And I think previously, right, it was only available in white or red. I'm not in a position to tell you the stories and all that stuff behind the licensing and why it would be white or red, but I know someone who would. So really cool though. It's a nice looking car, a nice looking casting, and happy to get it in silver. It's probably the coolest looking version so far that's come out of it. So that's cool. Kind of a weird 5-pack though. City drivers. It doesn't really follow a city driver. Is this a city? I don't know. Is it? Is this a city driver? Kind of a weird theme for a 5-pack. All right, this one not so much though. This one makes sense. Matchbox Wagons, and they're wagons, right? So let's check these out. Let's just destroy this packaging. Set her there. We'll go from bottom to top. Vista Cruiser. This casting's been around for a while. Let's see, date 2009. And I have a couple versions of this casting. It's a cool one. Nice wagon casting. Everybody loves wagons. Who doesn't like wagons? This one's got little dogs in the back. It's kind of neat. With faux wood paneling graphic on there. Chrome plastic base, of course, plastic tires. Blue. Looks good. I like it. And then this one is probably, to me, the weakest one in the group. There's this one right here. I don't know. Like, what is that up there? Like a chainsaw and stuff? Wild West Tours. I mean, I'm sure it's got some sort of significance. I don't think this thing has an interior. That's why it's blacked out. Isn't this one normally, like, no, it's not that one that's released as an ambulance. It's a Cadillac CTS wagon. Or no, the CTS wagon's the 59. This is a 59 Chevy wagon. Okay. Have we... Am I missing something with this cast? Does it normally have that on top? I don't think so. See the Grand Wild West with Texas Gene. I'm sure that has some sort of significance that I'm just not aware of. It's probably a cool model if you know the significance of it. I don't. I do like what they did with the hubcaps on the wheels, though. They're kind of like a gold, like a satin gold. Looks pretty good. I mean, overall, it looks pretty good. I just don't like this top piece on here. I think that could have not been there. I don't know what's normally on here, but I don't think it's that. You guys let me know. Here's the caddy wagon. This is kind of a cool one. This one, I think, has been around for a while. 2010 is the copyright date on the casting. I don't think this one has an interior because the windows are completely blacked out. And I cannot see in there, so I'm really not sure. But I'm guessing there's no interior in it, and that's fine. Does it need an interior when you have the blacked out windows? Not really. I mean, what are you going to see? Some pieces of seat. You get the headlights and the taillights where you want it, and that's, to me, more important than having an interior. So there's that. And then this is the Chevy, or no, this is a Ford Falcon wagon, not Chevy. Sorry. This is a cool one. Is this new? Yeah, copyright date 2017. So it has been out before. Aside from the big pillar in the back that is how you connect the base to the car, well, one of the rivets anyway, it looks really good. That big thing back there kind of sucks. And I think that's why a lot of the times you see a wagon casting, they will hook the base into the back. Like a good example of that obviously would be the Datsun 510 wagon, and that's how they construct that with one rivet, so you don't see a huge pillar in the back. It doesn't really detract that much from the model, but I just wish it was, that kind of construction instead. The champagne color looks really awesome. I actually like this just flat, kind of like gray that they use for the bumpers and stuff instead of chrome sometimes. I think it works good. And for this particular color, I think it works great. So it's a solid model. And then this one, though, I think is the best. So your Audi RS6 Avant. And I think this one is copyright date 2006. It's not new. Not new at all. Taillights, headlights, nice color. Again, you get the big pillar in the back, but it's way less noticeable on this one unless you're really looking for it. Great wheel choice on it, and I think it looks quite good. Definitely the model, the best model in the 5-pack, in my opinion. All right. Wow. I didn't think this second half of the video was going to take too long, but apparently it is. So we're going to blow through this other stuff real quick. As promised. Here it is. Pavement Pounders, Odd Series from Hot Wheels, Weird Truck. Car you guys probably don't care about, this Dodge Viper, but I collect variations of it. I'm still missing quite a few. And there's a lot of weird ones that are going to be hard to get. Just because they're not commonly found. In part because I'm lazy and I'm not really looking for them that hard either. Packaging is just I mean, yeah, this helps with the yellow, but it is yellow. And that really is just bad plastic. We've got tapage. But I think I can just rip this. Take your headphones out. Is that really the color this is supposed to be? I thought this was supposed to be silver, and it is like as yellow as the packaging. Alright, cover your ears. Sorry about that. No, that's what it's supposed to be. There's no way that it would, you know, fade this consistently. This is actually the color it's supposed to be. Is this weird gold color. Not a bad version of this tooling. I know it's not the best, you know, most attractive tooling made by Hot Wheels, but hey, it's got significance to me, Dodge Viper, because, you know, when I was collecting cars when I was a little kid, this is a car I was really into when it came out, and it was really exciting, and it was really cool when Hot Wheels made one, and yeah, that's super cool. All right, I like that, and then this truck is kind of weird. This is going to go to my kids to play with. It'd be kind of cool to do like a custom or something cool with one of these. I think a customizer could actually do something really cool with this stuff. Kind of doubles as a ramp. Oh, it doesn't even fit in there like that. Well, that's kind of cool. So yeah, classic Autosport. All right, there's that. And then let's see here. Sticking with Hot Wheels for a moment. Jaguar XJ220. I believe this is a variation I didn't have loose. This one is from probably 1996, judging by the copyright date on it. Another casting that's not really that great, but it's another one that I collect just because it reminds me of childhood. And then Toyota MR2 Rally. Lots of weird variations of this out there. Another fun one to kind of collect, though. Copyright date on the back of this packaging is 1991, so we're thinking maybe 92. W30 442. I think this is more common with a different wheel set, maybe black basic wheels. Copyright date on the back of this is 91, so maybe we're thinking 92 for this one. Kind of nifty. And let's see here. Then we just got into Matchbox. Firebird. In blue. Nice basic casting. Headlights. Taillights. License plate. It says Formula 1. Formula 1. Chrome interior, but it's a necessity because the bumpers are part of the bumper is part of the interior. I like that tooling. I'm a big fan of that tooling, actually. It's been a while. Has it been a while since they've released it? I think it has. Come up with some more. And then last, but maybe least, I don't know, maybe not. Chevy Camaro SS, Old Motor World. This packaging is pretty gross, and it's from Series 3, so it's definitely an older one. Let's see how the car survived. Oh, that's just falls right off. Yellowed plastic again. This has probably seen some outdoor car shows. Good version of this, though, I would say. Nice color green. There's some details on the base here I don't remember ever being on this tooling. I believe this was originally a Malibu diecast or whatever casting. Could be wrong. Plastic base, metal body, as the Motor World Series often had. Rubber tires, and oh yeah, the wheels are independent. So this has got like Johnny Lightning style wheels on it, where you have like the cap, and then the tire, and then the piece that's actually connected to the axle. So the wheels actually move independent from each other like a Hot Wheels. Very early green light. So pretty cool. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, another long one. What the heck? And we've got, I don't know, the best model in it maybe is this Tarmac Works. Definitely probably the most detailed. I do like these Aircar, though, vehicles as well. They are pretty neat. And it's a nifty brand, and it does kind of, the philosophy, it's just interesting. All these different weird little premium brands that pop up. And how many different ways can you define a 1/64 scale car in a brand? And how many different ways can you do something? It just seems like there's so many different ways, so many different philosophies for these models, like for these opening parts and stuff like that. Do you want to have them have opening parts? And once you commit, it seems like they try to stretch it across their whole model line. It's just kind of interesting. So Greenlight's one of those weird ones where they have some that have opening parts, some that don't, some that have plastic bases, some that have metal bases, some that, it's just they're all over the place with that. So they're kind of the more eclectic brand, I guess, in that regard. They're just, a little bit more breadth of assortment because of that, because they don't really adhere to one, I guess, philosophy for how to make these cars. And that makes that brand kind of neat. But other brands tend to adhere to it. So, for example, Auto World, all of them are going to have some opening hood to see the engine, right? No opening doors with Auto World, metal body, metal base, true 1/64 scale, all that jazz. So it's interesting. It definitely is. All right, so thank you guys very much again for watching another episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Check out my other episodes if you're new to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and you guys have a great day.